2025 was the year that we decided to buy a 20-year-old Land Rover Defender and fully convert it into a vehicle that could hopefully take us around the world. That is what we had committed to when leaving our home in England and driving around the world for the next 4 years or maybe even more. We left without really even testing out the Land Rover, but it turns out we couldn't have been happier with our setup. It got a full test as we made our way through the Pyrenees, heading towards our first massive leg of this trip, driving down the whole length of Africa. In the 3 remaining months of 2025, we made a decent chunk into our journey down the continent, getting a taste for just how incredible this journey was going to be. By Christmas, we had made it to the capital city of Guinea, where we ran around embassies and managed to get enough visas to really put us in a good stead to crack on in the new year and reach the south of Africa. This continent is huge, so now it's time to really put in a dent and get some miles under our belt. Today is going to be a great day, and do you want to know why? Because look at where we've woken up. In the trees, and look at the size of these leaves. I am in heaven. It's like it's autumn here in Guinea all of a sudden, and it feels like the perfect way to fully start being back in business again and back on the road and back on this adventure, and it feels great.
We felt proper safe here last night because I don't think anyone was sneaking up on us coming up to the van.
It's so loud.
Plus also last night a bloke came up and said hello to us. There's a hydro dam over there, believe it or not, and the security guy walked up with his massive AK-47 and said we were okay to spend the night here, and he also came and said hello to us this morning. So it's always a little bit unnerving when someone's holding a lethal weapon. But yeah, it was nice knowing that he had our back last night as well. The reason I say that is because this was a last minute decision to pull up here. We were sort of forced to do it because yesterday the elections happened here in Guinea and the whole country was sort of on travel restriction lockdown. So we had to hunker down for the day. But now that restriction is lifted, we can get back on the move and start heading towards the Ivory Coast, which I'm really excited for, tropical beaches.
We are currently like bang in the centre of Guinea right now. If you look at where we are on a map, we're in the middle, and we're now obviously heading that way out of the country. And what we've decided to do in typical us fashion is not take the most popular route out of the country, because as we've already mentioned in previous videos, the roads here are very hit or miss. So we've found out from a couple of friends or a couple of overlanders that are a week ahead of us that this road's okay, but it's just there's not that much information on it. And that was enough for us to be like, yeah, we'll take that one instead of the really popular one. And an absolute benefit to taking this route is just how gorgeous it is. Honestly, it's so good to be out and about again and in the countryside.
Cheapest bread we got so far.
How much?
9,000 for 2, which is like 80p, 40p we get. I was thinking, oh, they're still warm, but they're sat in the sun. After our initial introduction with roads in Guinea, I really did not expect to experience this while we were here. We've got 230 kilometres until we reach quite a big city called Cancan, and we've been told to expect perfect roads all the way there, which is an absolute delight, because I was expecting what we have already experienced for the whole journey to the Ivory Coast, which will make the break while we have got this nice tarmac really relaxing, but we do know that the bad roads are still to come.
We're stopping off pretty abruptly this morning because we haven't had anything to eat yet for breakfast and we're both hungry, hence the bread. So we've literally just pulled over at the first opportunity that we've got. And Mitch, what are you whipping us up for breakfast?
It's peanut butter jelly time. Try that one.
Yeah. Way up. So this is our like go-to when we need something quick and easy.
We're really running low on food, showing the pantry wrong.
Oh, like, you ready? That looks quite full, but I promise it's not. Like, that's the amount of rice that we've got left. And, I mean, there's electrolyte tablets in there. Trying to bulk things up. There has been no big supermarket here in Guinea, even in the city, so we haven't been able to do a full restock. And even when we do find a shop, the prices are extortionate. We are hoping to find one today, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's why things are going to be very simple for the next few days and potentially until we get into the Ivory Coast.
As we've been driving through here, the scenery has been absolutely stunning, and that's sort of been a problem as well. Everywhere has been beautiful, so you sort of get used to how beautiful it is here. There's not loads and loads of things to do in Guinea, especially where we are right now, so you've sort of got to keep reminding yourself of how stunning everything is around you.
I also don't want to keep going on about the trees, but obviously there's so many trees everywhere, so it is really nice to see. But we also do have to tell ourselves, like, we are driving for, I mean, we've been on the roads for 4 hours at this point. Like, it's natural for us to sort of be like, oh yeah, like, this is nice, and then it's the same road, like, we're just on straight tarmac, which, again, can't take for granted. But still, like, I did turn to Mitch then and was like, gonna get bored of being in the car today. But we've got a supermarket stop in 54 minutes. So we're gonna make a list of things that we would like to get and then see how lucky we will get when we get there.
I've also just had a realisation. Today I've been sweating buckets because the sun has been here on me all day until I just said, oh, it's got to that time of day where I can open my window and not burn my arm. But it's 1:30 and that's not going to change now for the direction that we're travelling until we get to like Nigeria, which is like 6-7 countries away.
Feeling hot. I feel like we've got to take in this moment. We're on a dual carriageway right now, which in about 10-11 kilometres time will feel like a distant memory, I think. So we're really going to soak up this last bit of smooth tarmac, as I think the next time we'll see it is at the border. So this should be interesting. Apples. Oh, it's like a basket trolley. Keep the basket on. Fromage fry. That's it. Oh look, bread.
Ooh.
Okay, there seems to be quite a bit in here. No prices though. No prices, Mitch.
That's scary.
Well, we need some milk, so... Oh look, open here. Oh, evaporated milk. I really didn't think we'd be coming to somewhere like this now. However, it continues to amaze us, the little places that you can find. This was just on our overlander.
Lemon pepper seasoning.
But our only concern is the fact that everything is obviously imported in, which can mean...
I'll tell you why we're worried, is because I'll put Martha's Instagram reel on the screen of when I went to a supermarket in Conakry, and you'll see the prices there.
and Mitch volunteered to head to the shop to get some bread for lunch, and I gave him my phone. So I'm seeing this for the first time too, and well, we've been to Switzerland and we thought it was mega expensive there, but no one talks about the price of groceries here in Guinea. Beans, £4.50, washing tablets, £37.50, dog food, £6, new bottle, £29, bolognese sauce, £6, gherkins, £4.50, sardines, £6, oats, £5. I'm just imagining Mitch going around gasping at all these prices and then filming them on his own. So I suppose, yeah, we have to think of it being that price. Baked beans everywhere though. If you ever planning a trip to Africa, don't worry about baked beans. Mitch, they've got brown sauce.
Oh.
Shame we can't get bacon. Okay, we need to think logically because it's very exciting to see things. But we don't want to go too crazy because we don't need to. We just need to get to Ivory Coast where there's Carrefour again.
Okay, I understand that everything's imported and it must be a nightmare to get the food here. But 3 yogurts, a kilo of spaghetti, a kilo of rice, a pack of butter, a litre of milk, oh, a knockoff pack of Pringles and a jar of jam, 25 quid.
Now that we've got what we needed from the shop, we're now making our way through the city of Cancan, and we've been told by some overlander friends that this will be where the tarmac is going to stop, and to not be disheartened when it does, because apparently it gets quite rough, which will be interesting because obviously as the day goes on it gets progressively more hot and we want to have the windows open and we can't. Although before we do go, it just reminded me as we've come through, we need to get some fuel. So that is also on the agenda, and then we'll carry on heading out.
There's quite a lot of industry surrounding this city, a lot more than what we've seen so far in Guinea. And this isn't the first country that's been like this in Africa, and it seems that China are funding a lot of the projects that are going on here. And then obviously in return for the natural resources that China get, they are improving the roads and the infrastructure for Guinea and obviously getting a kickback for the natural resources as well. That's what it seems like to me anyway. So it seems like it's a bit of a win-win for both parties.
So we might be experiencing our first fuel shortage. We've kind of held off until we got to the biggest place. Just went to the Total Energies on the way out. Doesn't work. Next petrol station here, no gasol, no diesel. There was a couple more on the start of the city, so I think we're going to have to backtrack back there before we can leave.
17 minutes.
17 minutes back through the city.
And then back through again.
And then back through. But we did just do a search on the Google Maps of like where we're going, and then there isn't any. There's one on Google Maps that says station in 80 kilometers, but I don't know how much I trust that. So back through the city, and let's hope that somewhere has some, because the worker didn't understand us to be able to tell us or not. He said no, so I'm gonna pretend that he didn't understand.
So no.
Very much daunted. They're all loving it. Gasol? 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 No. Anywhere? That way? Okay, Mercy. He just pointed that way, but then he was like, no.
The other guy was like, no?
Yeah.
Serious?
Yeah. And there was us just thinking, oh, we'll just nip in, grab a few bits from the shop, grab some fuel, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, and we'll off we'll go. Well, that's like the 4th petrol station we've now tried, and he said that guy then, just no diesel in Cancan, which isn't great.
We've got about 20 litres of diesel left, but if there's no city in the fuel, we can't make it to anywhere else. So I'm praying to God the one that he told me has got diesel.
You said city in the fuel. Do you mean fuel in the city?
Is that what I said?
Yeah. For God, no city in the fuel.
Otherwise, we're not screwed. We'd have to spend the night here, which is not ideal.
Yeah.
I mean, where do we sleep here? We'd have to sleep at a petrol station.
Yeah. There's a guy there.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir, ça va?
Yeah, ça va bien. Gasoil?
No, il n'y a pas gasoil.
Do you know if anywhere has...
When you want to find the go and mobile, do you know mobile?
Mobile?
Yes.
Do you know where that is on the map? Can you show me
Okay.
where that is?
Voilà. Which Total Energy 5 francs.
Yeah, so we're...
Here.
Yes.
But Total Energy Timbo. There's no gasoil here. Total Energy Cancan. Cancan Mobile. Total Energy Cancan.
Cancan Mobile.
Right. Cancan Mobile. Voila.
Mobile. Oh no, it's a mosque. I don't know.
Station Mobile?
Yes, here. There is gasoil there.
There's gasoil there?
Yes.
Okay, I'll go there. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We have to get out, okay?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Right.
Maps is saying 12 minutes to get to this one, and I think this is exactly where we came into the city earlier that we'll now be heading back to.
Oh, there's cars pulling up there.
Yeah, that's Total Energies.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, fingers crossed.
Oh, it's like a petrol car though. Oh, it's not looking promising, is it?
No. Would that be gasoil?
Yeah.
Okay, they're filling it with gasoil. I think it's okay. I think they are staring at me though because I just put the camera in the face. Cool. Oh, it makes me so nervous. Oh no, thank you.
Bonjour.
Yeah.
Thank God for that guy at the other fuel station pointing us there. I don't think we'd have managed to get fuel off our own back just driving around. But yeah, great success. We're really low on cash as well, so I've only managed to put 60 litres in, but I think that would be enough to even get us out of the country, because now to get to our next place that we want to stop, obviously we've got to sleep in between, is 7 hours and 10 minutes away, but that's only 270 kilometres away, so that shows how rough the roads are going to be. That was stress over.
Why's he got a He's got a glove on, like a gardening glove. Well, the tarmac has just been officially left behind, and we're on it. We've got about, I reckon about 160 kilometres of this. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to be very, very sad because we've got freshly washed cushions in the back, and they're not going to be clean after this journey. Not at all.
Just seeing this little track off, and it looks like it could be perfect. Really dense trees. We'd be really hidden if we can find a spot in here, but it might be too dense.
Yeah.
How far in here do you reckon we can go?
Not very. Maybe walk first, Mitch, before we start going.
Yeah, I'll probably.
So the road is just there. You can hear / see the tractor going past. It's just Starlink, Mitch.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I reckon drive up here as far as we can.
Should we walk it a little bit more?
I don't like how long we're leaving the Land Rover there for everyone just to look. Oh, look there, look in there.
Okay. Go grab it then, and I'll walk. Honestly, I don't know what we'd do without an app like iOverlander, like what we would normally use, because they're only from other people finding places, and like, a lot goes into it. I just hope we're not in some sort of like, no one knows we're parking in some sort of like restricted military zone or something. That's why I like to put my trust in someone else's hands rather than my own. But I feel like we're gonna have to, those cows, we're gonna have to really give this a good old scout before I fully relax. I don't think there'll be anything wrong here. Yeah, go back as much as you can. What do you think?
It's no different to where we'd normally sleep. Like Martha said, normally just where we stay has had like a couple of people stay here before, so you get a gist of the place because they leave reviews. But like you've got to, we always, when we pull up to a place for the first half an hour, get a feeling. If we don't like the feeling, we'll move on. So we'll see.
Maybe we should go for a little wander.
Yeah.
The only traffic that seems to come down this path is cows, goats, sheep potentially, and can you see that? Motorbikes. That seems to be the only people that are coming down, because it is narrow, and again that's why we love the Defender so much, because we were able to fit.
Yeah, the thing is here, because they live off the land, there's people everywhere. They're all looking after certain things, so you literally can't be anywhere without someone seeing you. So you've got to accept the fact that you're going to be in some sort of eyesight.
And we don't mind being in eyesight sometimes, because you know that can give you reassurance of like last night, for instance, the security guy knowing that we were there. But also, just sometimes all I want is just to see one local around the area, and them to just give me a smile, give me a wave. And then I will relax, because then I'm like, okay, you know we're here, you're happy with it, you've got no complaints, and then we move on.
Thankfully we already have tea made for tonight, and don't worry, I'm going to have a shave later as well. I know I look a right scrubber. But I made a chilli last night, and I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion or not. We're boiling some water because we prefer couscous with our chilli rather than rice. And I'm also going to use the rest of the baguette to make some garlic bread with the last of our Lurpak.
So this is our meal, a lot of bread on the side, as well as a lot of couscous in this one. I may have done a bit too much.
Leftovers are always better.
They really are, aren't they?
Just had a shower and obviously cut my hair. Do I look smarter? And we could hear something walking round this. But but look. Oh, you won't be able to see. Oh no, off. No, you won't be able to see. Where's it gone? Nine times out of 10, it's always a cow or a goat. If you ever think you're alone, you're not.
So in the time it took me to do my somatic exercises this morning, the coffee's done and we had a really good night's sleep. I'm trying these weird movements in the morning to like help my nervous system. Apparently that's really good to like get rid of stress and things. So I'm trying it out, it's quite fun to move in the morning. But we slept really well, or I did anyway. We got woken up by a cow, but not a person. We only saw one bike last night. And I mean, that one bike was going around with a head torch, scanning the place like mad. And we heard a gunshot, multiple gunshots.
Yeah, two.
Yeah, but that didn't worry us. I know that sounds like crazy, but honestly, he was not interested in us when he drove past.
I did a quick Google search last night. Apparently, hunting for bushmeat here is quite popular, like wild pigs and like gazelles and stuff like that. It was from like a Cambridge University research study, so I hope that it's true, unless he was hunting for British white people. We're going to try and get packed up a little bit earlier than usual this morning because we want to, if we can, try and get this big stint of bad road out of the way in one day, but that could mean like 7 hours of driving. I don't know if we've got that in us or not, but we'll see. I'm just filling up the water bottles again now. Yesterday we both drank 3 of these each and both had 2 hot drinks. So we drank 4 litres of water yesterday, so our water supply goes so fast at the minute. Because for drinking water, this carries 18.5 litres and this filters all of our water which we drink out of these bottles. But then when that gets empty, we've also got a tank in this wheel arch here that's got 44 litres inside of it, or 38, I can't remember. And then I just fill that up with that. So really we've got like 60 litres of water that we drink, but honestly it goes quick.
And then I'm just going to add one of these electrolyte tablets into both of the bottles, because a few days ago, before we started filming, we were actually hit with food poisoning, which was not great. We stayed in a really lovely hotel over Christmas, and we think it was their prawns that gave us, from their paella, that gave us food poisoning. So hence the real need to just keep ourselves hydrated as much as possible. So just putting one of these in will really help us keep up with that.
Just dropping a few more PSI out the tyres today to make the bumps a bit more bearable. Not going silly low. 25 on the front, 30 on the back. But that'll just take the rattle out of everything, I think.
Yeah. It's time to bring on the dust. Let's go.
Cheers, Doc. We've also figured out recently, well, I suppose say we figured out, a lot of people told us in the comments, the reason why we get so much dust in the back is because when you have the windows open and you're driving, it creates a positive pressure, like a vacuum inside the Land Rover, and it sucks the dust through the back door. And the way that people combat that is by leaving our front vents open and shutting the windows, and that makes, it might be the other way around.
Negative pressure, and then that's positive
Yeah,
pressure.
I think that creates a good pressure, one way round or the other. But anyway, we have noticed that it works. The downside to that is then we obviously get way less breeze. I'm so glad that we put this fan in, but we have to take turns all the time. And Martha's bagged it this morning.
We also got super lucky last night because not far up the road at all was another village. So us choosing to turn off when we did and hide in that little spot honestly really did us a favour, and I'm really glad that we did have a good night's sleep, because I don't know how long we would have had to have gone further yesterday to try and find somewhere. So good spot, Mitch. See how big that tree is. That is insane.
It's genuinely like being on a set of Avatar.
Yeah, it actually is.
Oh yeah, the tree of life on Avatar was based on a baobab tree.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
There you go, fun fact for the day. And I love seeing, like, I've never seen trees this big before in my entire life. interesting coming into these villages.
The buildings are very varied here, but a lot of the villages have these round huts with the thatched roofs. But I don't see how much more difficult it is to build a square building than a round building. And I thought a round building would be really inefficient inside. In my brain, just having a round room would just drive me insane.
Yeah. Is that where you sleeping?
Yeah, like killed around the room.
I'd sleep pretty well like that, to be fair.
Yeah. We just stopped to have a wee and come look.
Oh no, what?
I thought I'd have a little look round.
What's that?
My washer.
Oh no. Uh-oh. Kadink.
Can you remember me mentioning about how them washers were wearing badly? Well, yeah, it's give up the ghost. Not ideal, but...
Oh,
cushions.
no.
Oh, at least it's not getting dusty, that thing's working.
Oh yeah, it is.
We had a parcel delivered to Conakry while we were in the capital city, and there's some washers inside there. There's a company called Brickcar in England who asked us if we ever need any parts shipped out to us, that they would be happy to help. So them guys have been a legend and sent us some spare parts inside here. So I'll crack that open later. I'm not going to worry about that while we're on this road now, but tonight I'll probably sort that. So yeah, I'm so glad that they managed to sort us out.
We're going to stop for some lunch/breakfast, but as you can tell, there's absolutely no shade. And we wouldn't normally do this, which I don't know why, but we've got the alu cab awning out just for us to have some food, and like we do this when we were like convoying with other people and make it into a bit more of a thing, whereas we just like punish ourselves and would have probably stood here in the blazing hot sun. But this is actually really nice to do this, just to have something proper and, you know, take a minute to relax, because the roads are, you can't relax on the road, so it's nice to have a minute.
This proves my theory about the houses. Look at that. Look how much room you could get in there.
Yeah, why don't they make Pringles circular?
Because it's a con, because it looks like there's loads in there when actually half of the area is not being used.
It's not
Like
very
them houses, they look big.
Yeah.
You can't use them.
As we just opened them Pringles, I thought, oh, do you know what would be really nice now? I used to love having ready salted crisps, a bit of Cadbury's chocolate and cheese as a snack. Call me crazy, but I really used to like that, and that's what they reminded me of. I remembered we've got 3 bars of dairy milk chocolate in the fridge, and we've just collectively agreed that it's time to open one. Gone with the fruit and nut. I mean, they're a bit battered and bruised, and we know that we can get chocolate again. Not Cadbury's, but can't wait forever, can we? Oh, it smells good. Is it nice?
Taste a bit of the fridge.
Oh, does it? Oh, that's my earring. How did that happen? I just spotted my earring on the floor.
We picked up this Cadbury's in Gibraltar, and it was like, oh, when we have a really rough day, you've just put your earring back in the wrong ear hole. And we keep saying to ourselves, this day's never going to come where we're like, oh my god, a bit of chocolate would just make this day better. So we've just done it. Call us like we're just nuts. Fruit and nuts.
Right side. Oh no. Holy moly.
That can't be right.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I've seen videos of.
Now I am counting my lucky little stars that we were able to get some diesel yesterday, because obviously all of them cars there were all in line for the next time that some petrol or diesel comes into that petrol station.
Like mental.
Oh, they're the sort of images that we've seen of the fuel shortages in this stretch down the coast of Africa, and that is potentially what we could be involved in, like in the future. Oh my god, that would be horrendous.
We're now also making our way into Karoon, where we were sort of under the impression that the road is now going to get better from here onwards.
A little bit.
A little bit.
I think the average will maybe go from about 25 kilometers an hour to about 40 kilometers an hour. So.
And we've been driving for the past 5 hours and have done 130 kilometers today. We've got 108 kilometers left if we'd like to get to the spot that I've eyed up for tonight, but it's all dependent on how this goes. Yeah, it's currently 2:30, so we've still got a few more hours, and honestly it's too hot to stop anyway. Even though we're hot in the cab, we wouldn't be doing anything if we parked up now anyway, so we're just going to try and muster on and get as far as we can. Oh wow!
How did they even end up here?
Oh, loads of American school buses. I've never seen one before in my life. But why are they here?
I'm in 4th gear! I'm in 4th gear!
You're flying!
And we're floating.
Taking the long road, running on empty. I'll be better this time around. I'm going where you go. If you let me, I'll promise you better days, only better days.
Oh, tarmac!
Oh,
How does that feel?
that was a tough 8 hours, I won't lie.
Yeah, it's been probably one of the harder driving days that we've had, because the terrain was that rough that it was like not rough enough for it to be fun like it was when we entered the country.
Look at the sky.
But oh wow, look at the sky. As you can tell by the sky, yeah, it's 5:45, and it was one of them days where it wasn't rough enough to be fun, but it wasn't smooth enough to get anything else done. So normally I can, like, me and Mitch can bounce ideas off, or I can Google things or do things like that, but it was just rough enough that it was just really frustrating to look at my phone, because I was kind of bouncing like this all over the place trying to look at anything. So yeah, I'm glad to be back on tarmac too. Got very bored, done a lot of singing, which Mitch has loved.
We've sort of been betting on a spot on our overlander that's 4 kilometres out of Baylor, and there's not another one after this for a long time, so I really hope that this one is here so we don't have to use brain power and find our own spot. Otherwise I might just have to pull up tonight and go.
The spot that we found is taking us up these power lines. There's no cables on it. So Mitch is going through it. Oh, look, it's a fit. Oh yeah. He's spinning a lot. Oh gosh. He's not in low range. He can't be. Go on. There's some guys watching there. They were just curious to see if he got up. But I think this is the spot. I don't know. He's just sent it up here. I didn't really fully check it, but there's some workers. But they all waved to me and smiled, and they were just curious to see if Mitch was going to make it up here. And thankfully he did. So now we know that there's about 5 people that know where we are. God, it's quite steep. Oh, this is cool though. Ay, caramba. Oh wow, look at the sky. This is really cool, yeah. Wow, just at the time, perfect time of day as well. Wow.
Like burned.
Huh?
It's going burnt, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, what's all that over there?
Oh, that's really cool to be like at eye level, sort of, with the next pylon.
Yeah.
Come here.
Oh.
Well
Oh, sweaty back.
Well done.
Oh.
Well done today.
Thanks.
It's been a tough day. See why I didn't give him any compliments? I tried to touch him, God forbid. We are very sweaty and hungry though. Very excited to get sorted.
Whoever the people were in the comments who told me the trick about the vents to stop the dust coming in the front, I owe you guys a lot of beers. Because as you can see, there really has not been a lot of dust getting today. I've just sprayed off our step with our little douche sprayer. And now we should stay relatively dust free, because if we hadn't have done that trick, it would have been a different story in there today. The only issue is everything outside gets caked, so opening the door, shutting the door, getting the table down, putting the roof up, just everything you touch you get filthy. It's like a losing battle.
Tell him to get down. Mitch, come on. I literally turn away for 2 seconds. Just washing my hands. Mitch, no, come on. I was literally saying, right, okay, I'll just wash my hands and I'll start getting everything out for dinner. I literally turn away for 2 seconds and he says, look, it would be well easy to climb up here. And now he's up there. But I'm not having any of that now because I am so hungry. And we're going to lose daylight and I'd like to do it before it's dark. We also had a debate this morning about which way we should put our sugar in one of the cupboards, and as you can tell,
It was Martha's idea.
it was not to put it on its side.
Why did you say put it on the side?
You can get stuff.
Such a muppet. We might have a bit of an issue. Well, can you see that behind me? We're parked here and there's a massive fire roaring towards us. I really don't want to move from this spot as well. It's dark. I think we would be able to move behind the pylon because there's not a lot of ground shrubbery on us, but it's not very smart, is it really? And also, I think it's going to move across here, and this smoke is pulling to this way, and it's just going to smoke us out. Turn into a bit of a panic now. Look at the size of it. Come on, we're going to have to go quick.
Right, go on then. Put me in.
No, you
I
need
need
to
to
do the
be
roof.
out. What the Oh my god, I thought, and to me to think I thought it was just a guy chopping some wood. There's ash everywhere. Yeah. Oh god, there's a piece of ash. I don't know if you can see. Oh, it's not gonna face. There's one there, one here. They're everywhere. How are we meant to know? The more we look around, the more we can see of more fires in the distance. I've spotted 4 now, and I just don't know where to go. Is this the way you came up?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, everything looks so much more sketchy in the dark.
How
Look
the
at
hell
that.
are we meant to find a space in the dark now? I've got to
Oh
go back
my
down this,
God.
look.
Oh.
Oh, that was a bat.
Oh my god.
But where do we go? If we start wandering round now, it'll be well hard to find a spot,
Yeah.
like really hard.
We're currently following Google Satellite to see this little track here. We were just here and we're going to try and head up this way. Which is this somehow, but I don't know how I feel about it. Because obviously we're just within everything that's... We'll just go up like a match.
The whole sky is orange over
Yeah.
there.
I don't know why there's so much burning going on. It's just like, I just don't want to sleep with one eye open thinking it's gonna get to us. We've decided to leave trying to head down an unknown path and we're heading back towards the main road, and I'm gonna have to just try to find something off the main road by looking at satellite, but as you can tell when we... Oh gosh. It's so disorientating as soon as it's dark, and you can tell in the distance they're not calming down at all. I can still smell smoke.
Well, the great news is that we survived the night. Although that caught us completely off guard last night. We were so tired, and it may look like we're parked in a very similar spot, and that's because we are. We figured that because we knew that there was a fire road running all the way down these power lines, you can see this just runs for miles either way. We're probably about 10 pylons down. So all we did was drive down the main road until Martha could see on the satellite for another trail that led off to this fire road for these pylons, and we presumed that there'd be a bit of an opening next to one for us to sleep next to. And I think we did pretty well because we haven't heard or seen anyone since we've been here, and we ended up having a really good night's sleep. But there was fires in every direction again. I had to climb up this maybe 10 metres and just see how close every single one of them was and hope that there was a village or something in between every one. Because I think if we'd have carried on driving last night, we'd have been carrying on driving forever until we didn't see another fire. I don't know why they do it. I think they just clear the ground and then the fires put themselves out, but I don't know how it doesn't just erupt into a massive wildfire. So yeah, something else to think of now when we're finding somewhere to sleep for the night.
Currently in the process of making us some overnight oats. I've just put some frozen berries on the top of mine because we have decided that we are going to cross the border today, because our visa for Ivory Coast does officially start today. We put the 31st of December, which is what it is. I don't think we said. It's actually New Year's Eve today. And we think, although we can't find out, that it is a public holiday both in Guinea and in Ivory Coast tomorrow for New Year's Day. So are the borders going to be closed or not? Who knows? Some might be open, some might be closed. I feel like they make their own minds up. So we thought better to be safe than sorry and try and cross today. And that's basically going to be our own aim. I don't think we're going to have any elaborate plans for New Year's Eve, but you never know. You never know what's going to be going on here. So hence the overnight oats for a big day of driving again ahead.
We've officially just run out of drinking water as well, so hopefully we can find some of that today. We actually haven't got a lot of distance to break today. 250 kilometres is where we want to get to, but that's obviously with the border included. Apparently this border can take quite a long time because they want to actually write down all of your information quite a few times. So it could be a long day, but hopefully only about 4.5 hours of driving, and touch wood, maybe apart from a little shortcut, all on nice smooth tarmac. But they bloody love a speed bump here.
You're driving along, minding your own business.
They're so aggressive as well.
Ready?
Which I do understand, because you don't want people flying through these little villages all the time, but it makes your momentum slow down a lot.
The drive this morning is absolutely beautiful. It feels like we're getting closer to the Ivory Coast because it's getting more and more tropical all of a sudden. There's just palm trees everywhere, and it just feels way more luscious in like a completely different way to like the foresty feel that we had previously. It really feels more jungly. Is that even a way of explaining it? But yeah, it's beautiful, honestly, and I just didn't really expect much from this drive. So we're having a lovely time just enjoying the views as we drive. Starting to get close to the border now, and that road was beautiful to drive on, but there was nowhere to pull in, so I was dying for a wee, and also our overnight oats, and we managed to find a spot. But now that we've ate, I feel a lot better, ready to get moving. He's taking a phone call as the family just stopped. Feeling good, Mitch?
Feeling incredible.
Yeah?
It's been beautiful.
I know. I feel like it's just going to hopefully stay like this, and if this stays like that, we should be really on track to have a...
It's just making me look forward to these tropical beaches even more.
Yeah.
We're going to be a little bit complicated at the border, and the reason for that is because we've got 4 passports, and in 2 of the passports is our Guinea visa, and in the other 2 passports is our Ivory Coast visa. And the reason for that was we had to split our passports up in the city in different embassies to get visas in different countries. So hopefully that doesn't confuse them that we're turning up with more than 1 passport, because that's not a very common thing to have.
And having the 2 passports was something that I learned whilst researching for this trip. It was One Life Truck It. Bobby put something up on his Instagram about having 2 and how it had helped him. So I'd started to do a bit of Googling and realised that as a UK passport holder, we can have 2 passports. You have to jump through a few hoops, but in the end it worked out for us, which is also great for me because I've only got around 4 full plain pages left in my oldest passport. So it means that I can actually fill that one up, and then I'll have to move fully on to the other one. But it is just a good tip if you are doing a long trip and you want to have multiple passports to use, you can do it.
This border crossing was split up into a few different places, all situated on this road, but a couple of miles separated each place. The road leading up to the border was absolutely stunning and had a view of Mount Nimba in the distance. The first building we arrived at was the customs building on the Guinea side, and this is where we needed to get the vehicle stamped out of the country. And after having a stretch and spending the rest of our Guinean money at a little shop, our carnet de passage was handed back to us and we were free to drive to the next point. This building was the passport control for the police in Guinea. It was fairly busy with a busload of people coming through from the Ivory Coast side, but the police were very friendly, and it did take a while because, like Mitch said, they wrote down all of the information into their files by hand. For some reason, once you were released through the police border, you then had to do the exact same with the gendarmerie, which is the military in Guinea. Again, friendly and everything written down by hand, but very smooth. This is a bit of an iconic place because Guinea is known for having the worst roads on the route down of West Africa, and going from the the dirt to the tarmac on this bridge sort of symbolises the end of it. We got our passports stamped into the Ivory Coast and there was no confusion with the two passports. In fact, the police were incredibly kind, and after seeing our passport, one of them told me his favourite artist is Phil Collins and then started playing me his music out of his phone. They also told us that we were welcome to use the water point that was outside the building to fill up the tanks on the Land Rover, which was really helpful as we hadn't got round to that job yet today. So after a really warm welcome, we had officially made it into the Ivory Coast.
Well, we are officially in our 6th African country of the trip, and it went really well. The border was really nice, but just very, very sweaty. Very sweaty. I've changed my top. I was literally just sweating through. But it's about 3:30. I don't even know how long it took us because we were kind of moving throughout, but everything was so fine. Everyone was so nice. Even got offered bananas. And we're officially in Ivory Coast. And the roads are beautiful. There looks like there's a storm brewing, and it's made me realise that straight away we are now in the tropical area of Africa. And I was like, oh, it might be nice to have some rain. But then Mitch reminded me that that means all the windows in the alley cab would have to be closed, and it's really, really hot. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's why they call it tropical. So I don't know if it looks like it could come this way, I'm not sure. But if it does, that'll be a big storm. I think this looks like it'll be where we're gonna end the year, at this spot. Oh my god, I don't know if you heard that then. I don't know if the camera came on fast enough. That was some loud thunder. Oh, it feels very eerie. Oh, I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I did say to Mitch that this does really make you feel like you are in the place that you're in, which I know sounds really daft, but because we're driving, sometimes your brain can't compute that you've actually moved to a different country. So then when we have like tropical storm or that could happen, or I don't know, just little things that you like see other people experience in them countries, you're like, oh yeah, we are there, which is, yeah, kind of crazy. Although that doesn't fill you with much hope, does it?
Looks like the scene of a crime.
It does, doesn't it?
Strip the top of the engine off.
Really?
We're going to set the little hood up for when the rain inevitably does come in. The thunder is coming in thick and fast now.
And this will mean that at least if we do have to close these two sides, this one can be open.
And we can also have the awning out, and then this stops the rain from coming in the gap of the awning, so we can still cook as well.
Yeah, and shower. Although if it rains hard, then maybe I could just shower with the rain. That'd be really nice, wouldn't it? Because it just needs to get the sweat off us today, so yeah, we'll see. I'm excited for a little storm.
Look how cool that looks. I forgot how cool it is.
Yeah. Oh, look at our little home.
Oh my god, I really want it to rain hard with the awning out again. Then I can just stand here and watch it.
Final meal of 2025, and what have you chefed up today, Mitch?
I don't know why I've chefed this up for me for this meal, because it's like my least favourite meal.
Oh. It's literally just because we've used spaghetti.
No, I don't like spaghetti bolognese really that much. Like, it's not one of my favourites. And then also I'm not a massive fan of like proper tomatoes, and we've had to use peeled tomatoes as the base. So yeah.
I, for one, am very excited because I do like spaghetti, we just never have it. And we've cooked it the same as we would a pasta, it's just spaghetti. And we have got some of Mitch's bread, which is very nice. And no rain yet. I was keeping you guys updated, but we've had no rain as of yet. But I'm excited to eat this. So it looks like there's going to be no storm after all because it's completely cleared up. But what I have just realised and rushed out for is this right here, right now, is our final sunset of 2025. Yeah. So as the sun is setting and our little home is behind us as we're in a new African country today, I just want to say a massive thank you to all of you for following our adventures this year. And gosh, the next year is just going to be insane. Like, we've got so many more places we want to see and do, and we're really excited to just be able to bring you guys along with us for every moment of it. So I just want to say a massive thank you, and I really hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Yeah, okay, do you want to say anything?
No, you
Okay.
just keep going, you just keep going.
Okay. And yeah, really hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, make sure to give it a like and leave us a comment and subscribe if you haven't already. It's completely free. You can just do it there or do it on your phone if you're watching on TV. And with all that said, Happy New Year, and we'll catch you in the next one.